Welcome to the channel everyone, I'm Skratch. This is going to be a King Arthur Legends Rise video. First, I want to say a big shout out to Kabam for sponsoring today's video. I'm super excited to be able to dive into King Arthur Legends Rise. This will be an exciting title within the squad RPG space that you won't want to miss. The game is developed by Kabam, a well-known developer that created a lot of amazing games. The initial name for the project was Project Knights, but the official title was released at this year's GDC. King Arthur Legends Rise is a squad RPG hero collector game set in the universe of Avalon. You will experience a dark and mysterious campaign that will immerse you in the adventures of a young King Arthur. The game will feature epic quests and bosses, a whole new world to discover and rescue from the grasp of darkness. You will have a lot of Arthurian heroes and mythical weapons at your disposal to help you banish your enemies once and for all. This game will be cross-platform. You will be able to play it on mobile and PC and never skip a beat, which is definitely great because if you're out, you're gonna get to play it on a mobile. If you're at home and you gotta do some work on the PC or you wanna be at the PC, you're gonna be able to play it on the PC, and it makes a massive difference because you're gonna be able to save your progression. If you guys like what you see on the screen and want to get involved, click on the link in the description down below to either wishlist the game on Steam and stay up to date with the news and get to play the game before the official release, or join the open beta on the App Store, which will be available in selected regions from March 27th. That being said, let's dive straight into it, guys, and check some of the features and core mechanics that King Arthur Legends Rise has to offer. Now I'm gonna walk you through everything that you need to know about King Arthur Legends Rise. I'm gonna teach you how to become more powerful. I'm gonna show you some epic boss battles, and of course, I'm gonna show you some heroes and how you can enhance them and make them more powerful. Before we move over to talk about all the good stuff, I just want to mention a couple of things. At the moment, I am recording it from the phone by mirroring the screen on the PC, so I feel like I'm now really making justice to its graphics. And I've always been a massive fan of King Arthur. Watched all the series, all the movies out there since I was a little kid. I don't know, I always loved the idea of medieval knights and all these sort of things. I want to start by taking you into the combat and explaining you how that works. We're going to have a look at heroes, we're going to have a look at how to enhance them, we're going to check a couple of dungeons, and I'm going to walk you through some other things in the game as well. So if you click on the right side right here, we go at adventures. So you have the main story, you have different chapters on it, of course. You're going to be able to see the area map, and you have adventures, which are totally different from the main story, but once you unlock chapters, you complete chapters, you're gonna be able to revisit the past chapters if you haven't completely cleaned everything on the map, and you're gonna be able to fight different enemies, help different people, forge alliances, and collect tons of rewards. But if we're gonna go back to the main story, and let's just pick a fight where we're not completely hammering the boss, but we're not getting hammered either. So let's go on this fight right here. This is my squad, so we're getting 4 different heroes into the fight. Of course, the heroes, they have different rarities, they have different elements, but I'm gonna walk you through all that in just a second. And the fights actually use stamina, very typical for a RPG game. Of course, we're getting tons of rewards by completing them. We're gonna need to do it with 3 stars if we want to collect all the good things. So let's start the fight. The game has some amazing QOL features as well, guys, which are definitely a very, very good thing in my opinion. So the thing that determines which one of the heroes goes first, and that's very similar with Raid, for example. So if you're paying attention to the yellow bar, which is kind of like a turn meter bar, is attack gauge bar, attack point bar. That's what determines which one of the heroes goes first, and of course that's determined by speed. We have a lot of different buffs and debuffs, increase speed, increase attack, we have crowd control debuffs. And when we are talking about the skills, if you're paying attention to this blue bar behind me, this is called the vigor bar, okay? And Each one of the skills, if you're paying attention on top of the hero right here on the right side, you see the first skill has a 1 point. The second has 3 points. The third skill has 5 points. So that means that I need 5 vigor, 5 blue bars in order to use the A3 on this hero. Now you can earn more blue bar by either skipping a turn on your hero, either by killing an enemy, either by letting an enemy take a turn, and then you're gonna be able to go in and use a big boy skill if that's what you need to do. They do tend to be a bit more important, to do more damage maybe and stuff like that. So keep that in mind as well. That's kind of like how the combat works in the game, you know. Skip. Let's use another big boy skill, you know. We want to do it. You see, we got our bar filled up again, and now we're gonna be able to use another big boy skill. There we go. Arthur coming in with this. Let's see if we can deal some solid damage. And how I mentioned, we have different elements, kind of like affinities. Of course, you have advantages and disadvantages. Each one of them kind of like counters each other. So that's another thing to keep in mind. It will be very important when you are kind of like building your team. This allows you to create a lot of different strategies. Being able to use a lot of different heroes is always great, because that's what really keeps you into the game, you know. Like, I want to try that hero, I want to try that strategy out. Bang, we got the victory. We gain some XP on the heroes. We gain more XP potions that we can use to level up other heroes if we want. And that's how the combat works. Now, if we're gonna have a quick look at the heroes, for example, so I'm gonna do some summons as well, you know, because I can't help it. But if we're gonna go right here at heroes, so these are the heroes that I currently have available. You see, I have quite a few of them leveled up. I summoned quite a few different heroes. Now my Arthur is at level 30, and that's the max level at the moment. Once I'm gonna be able to advance him to a higher star level, I'm gonna be able to level him up more. I'm gonna enhance his stats more, but I don't have enough materials, enough orbs to be able to advance him even more at the moment. I gotta farm the dungeon in order to get it done, or I can synthesize materials at the mage tower, but I don't have enough materials either. Then we have the equipment on the hero, and here you have 2-piece sets, 4-piece sets, crit rate, speed, attack, HP, and you have 6 different pieces of gear that you can equip on your hero. Of course, each one of them will have different stats. You can kind of like level them up. I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a second, or dismantle them, sell them if you don't need them. One thing that's very interesting about heroes, and I've never seen this in any game before, so basically you have kind of like weather heroes, more, let's just call it like that. So this is a day hero. That means that he will deal more damage when it's day outside. You see, will receive environmental effects, but at night he won't be as powerful, as efficient, and we have all sorts of different things like this, which I feel like is definitely pretty cool. Then I talked about elements and relics, which I said I'm gonna mention in just a bit. So the relics are kind of like the main power for the heroes. So the elements are not tied to your heroes, are actually tied to the relics. So that means that Arthur can pretty much become every single element that we have in the game. So right now I have the storm element on him with the Excalibur. You've seen me grabbing that out of the ground at the beginning of the video, and I actually unlocked a different one by completing the campaign, and that was the Breath of Diana. And each one of these relics has different skills. For example, deals a particular amount of damage to a single enemy, then increases the attack, is a double strike in there, and they have different skills. This is kind of like what you're actually using in battle, you know, which is very cool. If we're gonna have a quick look at some other heroes, for example, so we have Tristan right here. He is my legendary hero, and he is pretty powerful too as a hero. This is his relic. We have the Storm Spike on it, the equipment. I mentioned I have multiple crit rate sets on him. That's why he was always critting, doing a lot of damage. Hero info, Again, he's at level 27. I'm gonna have to advance him once I'm gonna get him to level 30. Let's do a couple of summons. So if you go right here at the Lake Avalon, you're gonna be able to summon from here. You have the normal summons, special summons, and you'll be getting some free summons daily. But I want to show you the animation. I feel like it's definitely pretty cool. You're gonna have to pull the sword out of the ground in order to summon. Check that out. That looks so cool, right? And bang, we managed to summon a common. Kaylee. Hello Kaylee. What's up? I don't have the hero, so welcome to the squad. Now, I do want to show you a couple of different things. So right here you have the forge. You're gonna be able to enhance your equipment here. You have the foundry. You can purchase different equipment if you wish to do it. But we're gonna go and enhance some of my equipment. So if you dismantle the equipment, you're gonna receive stones that will be required in order to enhance it, or you're gonna be able to earn them by just completing content. So let's just enhance this here. And bang, we got it to +5. We increase the attack, and you're gonna increase the substats of the equipment as well by just enhancing the equipment, you know. Very important to make sure you are doing this on the equipment that you're planning to keep, you know. Then of course you have a market. Right here you're gonna be able to purchase different goods from there. Make sure to check on that daily. Right here you have the Plaza Fountain, which generates XP potions for your heroes. You're gonna be able to come here every now and then and collect a few of these ones. You have the night training camp, and I gotta say big props to Kabam for it. This is one of the few games that really explains you everything that you need to know about the game, how it works. So you have the basic training, the intermediate training, then of course you're gonna unlock another tier, but it explains you pretty much everything about the game, which is definitely very helpful for a lot of people that are starting the game. If not, it can be pretty overwhelming, you know. Then of course you have the Royal Road right here, which is another massive part of content. Growth Path, Path of Fame, Challenging Road. You're gonna get to collect tons of awesome rewards from here as well. The missions, your daily missions, weekly, monthly, all these are rewarding you with some pretty good things. If we're gonna go all the way right here to the right side of the screen, you have this restricted area, which is the dungeon area. So you have the advancement dungeon, the equipment dungeon, and these are both different bosses. From here, you get to farm equipment. Speed set, attack, critical. Pretty interesting. I'm sure we're going to be able to unlock more dungeons, but I just haven't progressed enough at the moment. And then you have the advancement. How I mentioned, you're going to have to farm this if you want to advance your heroes and get them to a higher level. So this uses stamina as well. It actually has some pretty nice QOL too, where you're going to have auto battles. Let's actually just pick a fight that won't take us too long in it. I haven't managed to complete the higher stages. So let's go on stage 4. We're going to keep the same squad because why not? It's the best team that I have available. So let's get it in. We're going to try to let this go on auto, guys. If not, it's going to take me a very long time. And how I mentioned, QOL things 1x speed, 2x speed, 3x speed is very helpful. For the purpose of the video, we're going to keep it on a 2x speed. And let's actually click on auto, let them do their thing. So if you guys pay attention, you have the left arm at the top of the screen. So basically we're gonna have to destroy the left arm before we get to damage the boss. That's one of the mechanics, and I think that is very interesting. Look at that boss taking the stone, throwing it on us. That's kind of like one of his skills. Pretty cool, right? He's a very scary looking monster. 100%. So this is one of the epic bosses, guys. One of the epic bosses. Of course, you have a dragon at the other dungeon, and I'm very curious, looking forward to unlock the next dungeon as well. So we managed to destroy the left arm. Time to actually deal some serious damage on the boss, you know. Getting in the throwing stone again. Okay, exhausting fist, double strike, get it in, Arthur. Look at that. Pretty nice moves from the boss here. I like it. Okay, we are dealing pretty good damage, and Playing it on auto is good because the heroes will use whatever skills they want. Look at that skill. That was actually so nasty. Ramping. Burn on all of my team. The boss has burn as well, which will take damage every time we take a turn. And when this boss rages, he can wreck you. Like, I've done a higher stage where I wasn't able to beat it, and he completely obliterated my team, which was actually pretty nuts. And where are we? There we go. We managed to beat the boss. We managed to collect some pretty juicy loot from here. Of course, you're getting XP and you're getting orbs that will enable you to advance your heroes, you know. And that was our fight on the boss right here, guys. If I'm gonna show you a couple of different things which I wanted to show you, we do have the castle right here. And at a castle, you're gonna be able to join a clan. You're gonna have clan raids. You're gonna have clan missions, which at the moment, because this is a test build, we don't really have a clan. There are not people on it at the moment, but I'm definitely looking forward to be able to start a clan raid. Seems like we're gonna fight some sort of a Hydra, and this is definitely gonna be pretty interesting. Clan missions. You're gonna have a PvP as well, like arena, which I haven't unlocked just yet. I am assuming that is PvP, and a lot of other content that I haven't managed to unlock. If we're having a quick look at the mage tower, I mentioned this before, so we can synthesize the orbs that we're gaining from the dungeon here, and if we don't have enough of one of the higher ranks, we're going to be able to enhance them, kind of like use 10 of the lower rarity to get one of the bigger ones, you know. But guys, this was pretty much everything on the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What is your impression of King Arthur Legend Rise? If you guys like what you see on the screen, don't forget, get involved by using the link in the description down below. Thanks again to Kabam for sponsoring this video. That was all for it, guys. Much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Peace.